So let's move on to our next speaker. And our next speaker is, let's see if I'm sharing the right. Okay, just make sure I'm sharing the right screen here. Okay, our next speaker is Mercedes Abad. Mercy Abad. She graduated from the University of the Philippines with a BS in Chemical Engineering and also an MBA from UP Diliman. She started her professional life as a technical researcher in the Metallurgical Advisory Group of the then Philippine Implementation Agency of the Diosdado Macapagal administration. And she made a change in her career and she moved on to Procter & Gamble as project manager in the market research department, where she learned the ABCs of market research. And from then on, Mercy, as she is known in the industry, made a name for herself in the advertising and marketing circles as a reliable and responsible market researcher. She co-founded and managed two major research companies in the Philippines, Consumer Pulse, which was eventually bought by AC Nielsen, and TNS Trends, which eventually became TNS Philippines, and also co-founded the top polling agencies in the country, Social Weather Stations and Pulse Asia. And her clientele belonged to the top 50 companies of the Philippines. And after 42 years of being a research practitioner, Mrs. Abad retired in December 2007, as president of TNS Philippines. And after retirement, Mercy focused on NGO work, and among them, Ahon sa Hirap, or ASHI, a microfinance organization targeting the poorest of the poor, where she is currently president. And so I will share the video. Mercy was internet connection was not going to be good enough, and so she pre-recorded, but she is present, and hopefully we'll be able to answer questions later. So let's do that. Let's see. Okay, let me share that.
Members of PAASE and guests, good morning. Meeting Professor Muhammad Yunus the first time is an exhilarating experience. The Nobel Peace Prize winner who formulated the Grameen method firmly believes that one day we can put poverty in a museum, quote unquote. Ahon sa Hirap Incorporated owes its success to Dr. Octavio Nervoso, a professor from UP Los Angeles, who in 1989 received a grant that allowed him to visit Professor Yunus in Bangladesh. At the time, Professor Yunus had barely been before the successful microfinance program was very poor in the country. Having learned the Grameen methodology from Professor Nervoso in Los Angeles. And so, in 2 years' time, ASHI became NGO. ASHI now takes care of 87,000 members, NANAIs as we call them, across 9 provinces. You might ask, why just women? If the goals of economic development include improved standard of living, reduction in inequality, and respect for human rights, women be the primary target. They are the financial managers of the home and hardly ever give up on their children for the future of our country. Other than focusing on women, ASHE does not discriminate against race, ethnicity, or religion. It is able to maintain the indigenous people in several of its centers, the Mats and Mangyans among our members. Membership in ASHE is not just about getting a loan. It is also getting a ticket to self-discovery and personal development. ASHE, in fact, does its best to develop all the potentialities of its members. Its mission and vision are as follows: a community of servant leaders guiding marginalized families for social transformation and prosperity. And the mission is we provide a holistic approach for human and environmental development through microfinance. Let me give you a rundown on how we run our operations. First, we go around looking for potential members. We use a tool called the Poverty Probability Index, or the PPI, which calculates the likelihood that the household is living below the poverty line. ASHE targets those at the lower bottom of the poverty spectrum. We invite potential targets to a meeting where we tell them about ASHE and get to know them better. We weed out those who are already associated with another microfinance to avoid over-indebtedness. The first meetings are very important for motivating and making them shake off their mindsets. For the longest time, they have made themselves believe or have been made to believe, even by their own parents, that they are hopeless and they will never, ever mean anything in their life. The biggest challenge, actually, is to shatter these oppressive mindsets and make them discover their God-given endurance. During these meetings, we also go out of our way to know and motivate the family, because experience has taught us that a supportive husband and family are one of the key factors of a nanay's success. In one of these sessions, we asked them to group themselves into 5 so that they would seek like-minded applicants both we feel would be more comfortable with. Family members are not allowed to form a group because this is actually the start of expanding their concept of family. The psychological benefit of group membership is immense. Responsible behavior is developed within the group. It is a group as a whole that approves the loan of every member. Thereby, each member would feel morally responsible for every member's loan. When any member of the group gets into trouble, the group normally helps out. Thus, they help others keep in line with the objectives of the ASHE program. We make them draw their dreams. The more popular dreams that come out are about owning a nice home, sending the children to school, and having enough to eat. We educate prospective clients about ASHE membership. Everything has to be transparent and understood by the applicant, many of whom neither read nor write. All the time, assure them that ASHE will always be around in support of them. Those selected are assigned to report to a center where they will meet other groups. The rules of engagement are simple. They are to meet with other members once a week at an appointed time and place. At the start, they meet under the trees or in somebody's house. As the group solidifies, they build a center such as this. It is in these weekly meetings where all monetary transactions are conducted. Part of the agenda is for the development officer in charge of the center to provide education in small doses. The startup loan is only 5,000 or less, depending on the amount the applicant is comfortable with. She also says the term of the loan, which can be up to 2 years. The weekly payments are designed so that members should be able to handle the payments without sacrificing their basic quality of life. You will be surprised how getting the first loan overwhelms some of them. To most, is a milestone in her life. Nobody has ever trusted her with such a big amount. Many would even disbelieve that an institution has trusted her. You might think it's risky to give them your loan right away, but the point is to immediately explore their potential or to build on skills that they already have. The four have an innate survival skill, the actual basic intelligence to see what is good for them. Imagine giving an object situation, they still have their wits are very much alive. Many of us would think maybe they should be given a seminar first to learn how to run a small business. Yes, we do that eventually, but we do not delay in making the new member experience soonest the freedom to decide for herself how to proceed in her life in action. Most of the nanas start with small businesses, just buy and sell whatever they can lay their hands on. Others go into manufacturing, like making bamboo sets, cooking merienda items, making slippers, bags, rugs, soaps, candles, quilts, the work, or even dressmaking. Some go into farming, fishing, poultry, or swine raising. Some provide service like massage, hair, beauty, nail polish, and all that. The small doses of education that the nanas are given every week at the center meetings cover mundane matters like hygiene, sanitation, recipes, health tips, as well as weighty topics like credit discipline, financial tech, client rights and protection, environment and climate change, gender education, which includes parenting, active non-violence on election year sometimes, how to vote wisely, and many more. These weekly meetings also offer the nanas psychosocial benefits. They're a welcome break from their daily grind. An oasis where the nana can let go, air her problems to an understanding group, and in general, enjoy the company of fellow nanas. As one nana is explained, hindi lang pala tayo pang kusina lang. Where our nanas are not just for the kitchen. Actually, it was her first time to dance. So in a few months, you can see grace at work. It's palpable. The first reward of a development officer is to hear Nanay say, "We are now eating 3 times a day." By the fourth year of her membership at ASHI, the Nana is usually more financially stable. Through time, with good credit rating, she may loan a bigger amount for the needs of her growing business. The maximum loan possible is 1,000. ASHI Code of Ethics requires that all clients be protected and treated with dignity and respect, even when they fail to meet their contractual commitments. We do not give up on anybody unless they give up on us. If she fails the first time, it is encouraged to try again through what we call a resiliency program to get her back to the highway. She's given another loan at a much lower interest. And as she is forbidden to subject a borrower to abusive language or threats, it is forbidden to harass anybody at their place of work or worship or at unreasonable times of the day or night. It is also forbidden to enter the borrower's dwelling forcibly and seize property. Thus, we have no need for lawyers. The proof of the pudding is that the method works. At 8% and par is below 5, which is a standard. We have 87,000 success stories to tell. We collected actually 100 of them in a book edited by Dr. Luna Sikat Tieto of UP. I can tell you about Nanji. When she started, lived in a hut which had only 2 walls. When she became an ASHI member, she opened a small store at home while her husband would carry a heavy load of household items on his back to peddle house to house. They were able to send their 4 children to college. three of whom now working abroad and doing very well. They were able to build their dream house, according to her, with tiled floors. And there is Nanay Kelly and Auntie Cleo Prajusel with two nurses, two businessmen, and a lawyer. There's Nanay Marie who was Citibank Award for entrepreneurship. She managed a tricycle service with ex-detainees as members. And then there's Nanay Larnie, another Citibank awardee, who started with fish fingerlings, was so successful, was able to open a grocery store. And Nanay Cecil, who established herself as an event photographer in her community to record big family events. And Nanay Adora became a good dressmaker. She was contracted to sew school uniforms. To deliver the orders, she turned her whole community into a uniform factory. But to me, the greatest testament to success is the fact that one half of the ASHI management staff are the children of our nanays. All told, one third of the entire 652 ASHI staff are children of our nanays. For funding, Land Bank, Union Bank, and OICO offer uncollateralized loans at lower than market rates. To improve the quality of life of the families, ASHI works with partners like the following. Pure It provides clean drinking water. This has in fact reduced diarrhea in households. And there's water.org, which enables the supply of clean water and sanitation. For your information, the actor Matt Damon is one of the big supporters of this company. He came here once to visit us and to talk to the nanays. Now, Hybrid Social Solutions provides solar lighting and small solar appliances. And AFI, which is the Fortaleza Foundation, which is a local company, trains our nanays to become beauticians. TESDA trains those who want to learn skills like cooking, baking, massage, and similar other skills. Build Change, whose mission is to help build resilient communities, has made us aware that the homes of our members are not only substandard, but they're also often located in precarious locations. No wonder, every time there's a big typhoon, thousands of our member homes are damaged. Only after Category 3 Typhoon Tisoy, followed by Typhoon Ursula, more than 10,000 homes were damaged. And more recently, after Typhoon Ambo, more than 5,000 homes in Quezon province were damaged. Each time such disasters strike, many ASHI members start from scratch all over again. It is estimated that there are still 20 million poor nanays to work on. They represent a huge potential, which, when transformed, can turn our country around.
Thank you, Mercy Abad. Let's see, I think we do have time for a few questions. Okay, yeah, so I hope people were able to hear some of that too. I think, yeah, if not, we will send you a link also to the YouTube video so you can listen to that. Yeah. Okay, so I think we can move on, and I'll also I think Mon, if you can put on the chat the link to the video also, so if people want to copy that, and then they can watch later on.